Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Aloha Stadium. Tonight we present to you the 7th Annual 1997 Building and Trades Council Goodwill Football Classic. This contest is a matchup between the East and West All-Stars of the OIA and the ILH. And now for the players and coaches of this All-Star Classic. Playing for the West All-Stars. From Lelehua High School, number 2, Ronnie Arinde. From Campbell, number 3, Mark Asidera. From Waialua, number 6, Justin Paraqueles. From Kamehameha, number 7, Kekumu Vasconcelos. From Campbell, number 8, Afono Filiva'a. Also from Campbell, number 9, Rodney Tabui. Representing Lelehua, number 10, Joy Aquino. For Waipahu, number 12, Kaiser Seamalo. From Waianae, number 13, Nate Jackson. Also from the Sea Riders, number 14, Kana Kawai. Here from Campbell, number 19, Kerwin DeMello. From Lelehua, number 20, John West. From Kamehameha, number 21, Justin Takasaki. From Damien, number 22, Kavika Chun. From Nanakuli, number 23, Matthew Asinsin. From Lelehua, number 24, Cameron Watson. From Waipahu, number 25, Seneca Oshiro. From Mililani, number 26, Jason Banks. From Radford, number 28, Ashley Laley. From Kamehameha, number 31, Jason DeMello. And also from the Warriors, number 32, Jacob Ordenstein. From Mililani, number 33, Jose Serrate. From Punahou, number 38, Dean Salter. From Mililani, number 39, Shane Alfar. From Waianae, number 40, Kamuela Black. Also from Waianae, number 41, West Kili'ikipi. From Kamehameha, number 43, Joshua Apo. From Aiea, number 44, Ricky Li'ili'i. From Pearl City, number 45, Greg Kishaba. From Wanaloa, number 51, James Flynn. From Aiea, number 53, David Ilaoa. From Damien, number 54, Chris Brown. From Lelehua, number 55, Lauvale Sape. From Campbell, number 56, Gabriel Padayao. From Punahou, number 57, Joshua Kaakua. From Aiea, number 66, Ray Fonoti. Also from the Na'ali'i, number 68, Ink Aleaga. From Waianae, number 71, Nahina Tuine. And also from Waianae, number 72, White Sosene. From Radford, number 73, Chris Hogue. From Waipahu, number 74, Desmond Kuresa. From Lelehua, number 75, Jimmy Liu. From Waipahu, number 76, Louis Fuga. From Danakuli, number 77, Kalama Marfal. From Kamehameha, number 78, Hanale Vincent. From Waianae, number 79, Kainoa Evangelista. From Waipahu, number 84, Colin Santos. From Waianae, number 88, Stanford Ivai Malo. From Campbell, number 90, Robbie Takara. And also from the Sabres, number 98, Jack Ioane. The head coach for the West All-Stars, from Campbell High School, Mr. Darren Hernandez. His assistant coaches, from Kamehameha, Kanani Souza. From Punahou, Dan Morrison. From Mililani, James Millwood. From Lelehua, Cass Ishitani. From Aiea, Wendell Say. And from Wanalua, Jose Guevara. And now the players for the Eastern All-Stars. From Kalani, number 1, Kapono, Kamaka Vivo Ole. From Kahuku, number 2, Paliku Kahalepuna. From Kalaheo, number 3, Terry Bryant. From St. Louis, number 4, Craig Stutzman. From Kahuku, number 5, Pali Lua. From McKinley, number 6, Doug Roberts. From Kalaheo, number 7, Sean Withy Allen. From St. Louis, number 8, Edward Fiaseo. From Kaiser, number 9, Gino Gavieres. From McKinley, number 10, Charles Napulo. From Kalani, number 11, Alvin Tokunaga. Also from Kalani, number 12, Darryl Reyes. From Roosevelt, number 13, Richard Ho. Representing Pac-5, number 16, Neil Rose. From St. Louis, number 18, Chad Satterfield. Also from the Crusaders, number 20, Anthony Victorino. From Iolani, number 21, Ethan Taumai. From Kahuku, number 22, Timmy Welch Ornelas. From Pac-5, number 26, Nick Schreiner. From Kailua, number 27, Kaiva Kaita. From Iolani, number 33, John Bennett. From Farrington, number 34, Iosefo Paldia. From Kalaheo, number 35, Dane Abbott. From Roosevelt, number 40, Kamuela Ayu. For St. Louis, number 43, Fabian Manumaleuna. From Iolani, number 44, Matt Wright. From Kaiser, number 50, Randy Ling. From Farrington, number 53, Albert Mika. From McKinley, number 54, Solo Buonanu. From Pac-5, number 55, Brett Radcliffe. St. Louis, number 58, La'anui Correa. From McKinley, number 60, Aukuso Tuiolemotu. From Kahuku, number 62, Jesse Thompson. From St. Louis, number 63, William Lobenda. From Farrington, number 64, Raymond Maika. From Kaimoki, number 65, Siaosi Mafileo. From Castle, number 66, Gary Fontes. From St. Louis, number 67, Kainoa Hall. From Kaimoki, number 68, Ricky Wells. From Kailua, number 70, Kale Keahi. From Kahuku, number 74, Tumu Asuao. From Kalaheo, number 76, Demetrius Kahamai. From Kahuku, number 88, Joseph Fotu. From St. Louis, number 90, Tony Tata. From Kailua, number 91, Keone Frazier. From Kahuku, number 92, Tiloi Lolotai. Also from the Red Raiders, number 94, Major Salanoa. From Iolani, 95, Derek Medina. For Farrington, number 98, Kale Williamson. And from St. Louis, number 99, Ben Alualu. Head coach for the Eastern All-Stars from Pac-5, Mr. Don Botello. The assistants for the East from St. Louis, Cal Lee. Iolani, Wendell Look. From McKinley, David Tanubasa. From Kalaheo, John Papele Jr. And from Kalani, Greg Taguchi.
Each one of us would like to refer to the second half.
The officials working this ball game: referee Mel Cortero, linesman Rich Keener, umpire David Espinda, line judge Bob Duffy, the field judge Santos Barbasa, the back judge Tony Besa, the side judge Pete Pamailao, timing the game Gary Hermosura, on the box Ray Paishan, and working the chains Ralph Hasegawa and Brandis Mirafuentes. At this time, we'd like to introduce to you the color guard. The color guard is composed of cadets from the IAEA High School Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. The color guard Commander Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Carrie Gilbert is carrying the national colors. Cadet Second Lieutenant Laura Haverty is carrying the Hawaii state flag. Cadet Technical Sergeant J. Anthony Drake and Cadet Airman First Class Diana Gilbert are the armed escorts. I would like to ask you to please rise for tonight's playing of the national anthem. The national anthem will be sung by Mr. Patrick Soul.
At the twilight lands blue, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bomb bursting in the air, gave proof through the night that a land was still there. Oh, say the that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land and the free, oh yeah, and the home of the brave, of the brave.
start the ball game, the West will receive.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for the 7th annual BTC All-Star Classic. And you see this game is now underway. Carrying the ball for the Western All-Stars was Mark Asidero. Western All-Stars in the black jerseys. Eastern All-Stars from the island of Oahu in the white uniforms. Blaine Cowley and Al Murakami bringing you tonight's game. And Al, you have the distinct honor of working with the sportscaster least likely to be found at the shopping center in a Santa Claus suit. But
Blaine, I'll tell you what, if I hear one more person say Merry Christmas to me, I'm going to do a Scrooge to him, you know?
In all seriousness, folks, many of these young athletes down on the field tonight looking for an early Christmas present, potentially a college scholarship, as you see a big hit being laid out there on the first play of the ball game.
Well, you have to figure these young men have only had 2 weeks or less of practice to get ready for this game and playing with people who they are basically unfamiliar with as far as playing on the same field with them. Usually used to playing against them. And of course, one of those that's going to bear watching is right here, the running back number 41, West Kili Ikipi from Waianae, the runners-up from the Prep Bowl championship game. Certainly, he's someone who bears watching.
2nd down and 10, no gain for Kili Ikipi on that last play. And once again, the East All-Stars standing up the Western All-Stars running attack here in the first possession.
Certainly, without a doubt, a game like this favors the passing attack. Normally, the defenses, although they have pretty much their own set plays and their own set systems, and there really isn't that much of a difference, though. Normally, in a game like this, you expect to see the ball take flight, but Coach Darren Hernandez and his West squad obviously content right now to keep it on the ground, get some rhythm going, and just see what they can do here.
10:35 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 10 from the 7-yard line for the Western All-Stars. And we have an early timeout being called in this ball game by referee Mel Cortero.
Rodney Tavui, one of the quarterbacks and slash tight ends on this team out of Campbell High School. We saw him primarily at the signal caller position this year, Blaine, and certainly one of the players who bears watching no matter where eventually he goes on to play.
That he is, and when you look at the Western All-Star roster, they have 3 outstanding quarterbacks from the OIA on their team.
And besides Tavui, of course, as you point out, they have Kaiser Seumalo along with Kana Kawai out there to be able to bark signals for him. But right now, of course, Tavui getting his opportunity.
Darren Hernandez, the head coach of the Western All-Stars, meeting with head coach Dan Morrison along the near sidelines as well. 3rd down and 10 from the 7-yard line. Game clock stopped at 10:29. Cameron Watson, the single back. Tavui swings him out into the slot, and that play will go for a loss of about 2 or 3 yards. In on the tackle for the Eastern All-Stars was Albert Micah out of Farrington High School.
Simple play, simple one to diagnose. They just wanted to swing it out to Watson, get him out on the corner, and just see what he can do in the broken field situation, which is what they tried to set him up with. Good defense there, though, by the Eastern squad there with Roberts and company closing in on the receiver there.
West Kili Ikipi back to punt it away for the West All-Stars. Craig Stutzman back to receive for the East. And this ball headed in the direction of Alvin Tokunaga, the other return man. Tokunaga looking for some room, gets some good blocking, and Tokunaga will be knocked out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Good field position for the East All-Stars to start this game.
You know, Tokunaga is one of these types of ball players, as you see coming off the field there for the East, or rather for the West Stars, is James Flynn, the offensive lineman from Moanalua. He goes 6'2", 250 to make the stop, but Tokunaga, one of those that could fare very well for, say, like a Linfield or an Oregon Tech or one of the small schools up there in the Cascade ranges up there in Oregon and in lower Washington State. As you see Tokunaga here, nice move here. This game important to people like him to be able to try and draw some attention from the college scouts.
Quarterback Neil Rose finds Stutzman on first down, minimal gain for the East All-Stars. Defensive play made by Louis Fuga for the Western All-Star team.
Fuga out of Waipahu, 6'2", 285. Good stop on that play, but Stutzman, on the other hand, though, trying to find something downfield, as you'll see here in our sprint replay. You can see throws it a little bit to the outside of Stutzman, having to make that adjustment. It's one of the things, obviously, this game not exactly going to be an artistic success, I think.
Penalty marker down on the play here on 2nd and 12. Loss of 2 yards on that first down play. Mel Cortero now with the call.
Fall, delay a game on the offense.
A 5-yard penalty being assessed now to the Eastern team.
This young man, Neil Rose, among those overlooked this season, mainly due to St. Louis quarterback Jason Gesser, of course, injured late in the season, and of course one of the reasons why we're not seeing him on the field this evening. But Rose certainly among those players that bears watching. Not too many people have talked about him, but he's thrown for well over 1,500 yards this season.
Rose's pass is high on 2nd down. Defending for the West was Jason DeMello out of Kamehameha.
You know, in a game like this, defenses always tend to hold the upper hand. You know, everything is pretty much basic, the way you cover things and the types of coverages that you call and everything. As you see Tokunaga trying to reach high for Rose's pass there, you know, it gives them something of an advantage. So obviously in a game like this, you kind of tend to tip the rules just a little bit to give the offenses a little bit of an advantage. And of course, that's one of the things that, of course, the scouts want to see. How well will these players do in, you know, when they really have some really good quality players around them?
Rose under pressure on 3rd and 17. He has to run with the ball. And Rose knocked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about a yard for Neil Rose.
And as you check out our all-sport replay, one of the interesting things that you want to see, obviously, when you're looking at quarterbacks, how is their mobility? How is their ability to get back there and handle situations where they're under a heavy rush? And can they, you know, find a way to make something out of nothing? And right there, Rose showing he has that ability. And there's Coach Darren Hernandez along the sidelines. Very well-spoken fellow, very good sense of humor. A lot of people say perhaps might be actually too good a coach for the high school ranks, may have college coaching in his future. Perhaps.
He's going for it here on 4th and 19. Pass to Tokunaga. Tokunaga trying to shed some defenders, and he gets triple teamed at about the 27-yard line. About 12 yards short of first down yardage. That gives the ball back to the West.
And again, defenses, of course, as I said, in a game like this, being able to dominate early because, you know, everything is pretty much set. There's really no real differences. Nice move by Tokunaga here, going east-west instead of north-south, though. So obviously, ball going to be turned over to the West squad.
8:21 left to go here in the first. Tavui to pass, finds his man. This is good for a gain of about 9 yards. On the receiving end of that last play was Kavika Chun for the Western team.
Chun, one of the finer ILH wide receivers this season, although playing for Damien, certainly showed throughout the season he had the ability to always find the crease and be able to try and find somewhere to go, to get open, to give the quarterback somewhere to go to in terms of Hekili Apau. Of course, that time Tavui throwing the ball, but Apau certainly going to miss Kavika Chun from Damien a lot in the coming season.
Kamuela Black, the lone running back behind the quarterback Tavui here on first down. Black gets the ball and runs into one of his linemen coming across the line of scrimmage. Gain of 3 yards for Kamuela Black. And you talk about having just about 2 weeks of practice for these All-Stars getting together for this game. And you mentioned the defense having a little bit of an edge. Offensively, it is such a timing and execution type thing. You'll see an example of that here when you have mistakes.
Well, part of it is, too, besides the timing, is that everybody comes out of a different kind of system. YNI and Black, of course, a team that primarily goes triple option, little misdirection here and there, but primary team that stays on the ground. Tavui more used to being on a, more used to airing the ball out with the Campbell Sabres.
2nd down and 7. With the ball is Leleho's Cameron Watson. And late penalty marker in on the play.
Good pickup there by Fiaseu of St. Louis for the Eastern team, coming in there and laying a good hat on it. Young man came up big for the Crusaders in their last 2 ball games of the season, in the ILH Championship game against Kamehameha and then against Waianae in the Prep Bowl.
And this penalty going against the East. 2nd penalty of the night for the Eastern All-Stars. Mel Cortero now with the official call.
The defense, 1st down.
And at the same time, too, when you talk about the offensive line and when you're watching the blocking and everything, a lot of people think, well, what's the difference? Well, sometimes you have guys who've been playing on the right side of the line. Now they've shifted over to the left side. It's a little different technique.
1st down play for the West. Carrying the ball was Jacob Ordenstein. Ordenstein gets back close to the line of scrimmage.
And check out the GTE Hawaiian Tel replay. One of the things they want to see in a game like this, too, is, how does the young man look and read in terms of reading, blocking, and they look for other little things, little things that, a back or a tackle or someone does and things like that. So, that time, obviously, you want to see how someone like Ordenstein is going to read the blocking that's just trying to sweep to the outside there.
Tavui back into the shotgun formation. Something he's used to playing over at Campbell, and this pass is complete. This will be close to a 1st down for the West. Making the reception was Matthew Asinson out of Nanakuli High School.
You look at the rosters for these 2 teams, Blaine, and you would assume, looking at the personnel for the East, that the East would have the easier time throwing the ball, but the West All-Stars coming out and gunning it, as you see here, to Matthew Asinson out of Nanakuli, wide receiver, 6'3", 180. Big wide receiver, big target for some team that needs a wide receiver, needs a control type of wide receiver, can get out, get those little 5, 6, 7, 8 yard pickups and so forth, find those little seams in the zone and so forth. Simpson perhaps one of those.
Tavui 3 for 3 for 18 yards so far here in the 1st quarter. 5:53 left to play. This running play goes nowhere as a swarm of Eastern All-Stars make the play on the running back for the West.
And swarm is right. Person had to feel like he must have been in the middle of a snowstorm, did number 40 there, Kamuela Black from Waianae playing for the West. Had to feel like he was in the middle of a snowstorm. And of course, there you see, you want to talk about your all-star coaches. Coach Don Botello, the silver-haired fox, Spud as he likes to be called, and Cal Lee, winner of so many prep bowls. I think I've lost count. And you talk about your, all-star coaching lineup.
Kali Kipi's punt gets a nice roll, but nobody there to down it for the Western All-Stars. So the East will get the ball back with 4:57 left to go here in the 1st quarter. They will start off on the 20-yard line, and we will get a look at Sean with the Allen, it appears.
When you think about it too, Blaine, some of these players really all season long have either been playing offense or defense and not really seen much special teams action. So sometimes you expect big plays, but a situation like that, they pin the West back deep in their own end zone side, and you can see a little bit of a confusion over who's supposed to get the ball and bring it back and everything, but still they get the lucky bounce and ball at the 20.
1st down play for the East. They go through the middle. Carrying the ball for the East All-Stars was I believe number 34, that is Iosefa Talia.
Talia, one of these little tweener type backs who can basically do a lot of little things. He can run the ball well. Basically, pretty good vision there, as you see. Finds the hole and just runs it straight up. But also, you know, as we've seen throughout the season, good hands can be used as the kind of back that you like to occasionally swing out into the flat as well.
2nd down and 7. They go to Talia again. This time he is stopped by the Western defense. Shane Alfar leading the way for the defensive charge.
Again, the East trying to establish something of a ground game here to open things up perhaps for Withy Allen a little later on in the game. But very good, tough run there by Iosefa. Keeping his head down and just grinding it out there. Iosefa Talia, the 5'11", 210-pound running back.
3rd down and 8. We may get a look at Sean Withy Allen's arm here. But not this time. The Western All-Stars deny him that opportunity. Leading the sack attack for the West was Kainoa Evangelista. Evangelista, a part of a very formidable defensive line out on the Waianae coast.
Seems like he's been out there forever and a day. Evangelista does put in a heavy rush, and Sean Withy Allen here, along with the rest of his Western teammates, as they grind him to the turf. But, you know, again, those are kind of things you want to see. How well can these young men play with other people that they're not familiar with, and how well can they do? You know, right there is an example for Evangelista.
Evangelista has been playing defensive line for a while, and just about as long as it's taken to construct the H3 freeway. And what a ferocious hit being laid out there. This will draw a couple of penalty markers, but Edward Fiaseu is riling up some of the players down there on the field.
Fiaseu, one of those showing that he can play with the best of the best, and obviously played for the best this season for St. Louis, and like I said, came up big in that Prep Bowl game for him, as well as the ILH Championship to put St. Louis in the Prep Bowl.
Edward Fiaseu out of St. Louis High School. We mentioned he had some big games at the conclusion of the season for St. Louis.
You know, he's one of those that when you look at his size, as we glance down the roster here, Fiaseu, a defensive back, 5'8", 180. You'd think someone like that, you know, with that size would basically be your basic D2 NAIA type player. But, you know, he's trying to show, obviously, that with his physical style, he could possibly play the D1 level.
I got kick catch, interference on the kicking team. The penalty is declined. 1st down.
And here you see, you're supposed to give the guy a little bit of a cushion, but Fiaseu forgetting that. Again, that's one of the things you like to do. Justin Takasaki, the young man down there on the other side, trying to pick up that punt. But that's one of the things that, you know, in an all-star game that sometimes you see that players make little bits of mistakes on.
1st down and 10 for the West. Play action with Tavui. And Tavui will take a sack. Loss of about 2 yards for Rodney Tavui.
Nice coverage by the defense downfield. Tavui looking for an open receiver, really couldn't find one. Was trying to look to, I believe it was Colin Santos of Waipahu downfield, but just good coverage all the way around on all his receivers. Had to eat the ball, really didn't have anything in front of him.
Albert Mika with his 2nd big defensive play of the 1st quarter. 2 minutes, 3 seconds and counting left to go here in the 1st. 2nd down and 12 from the 37 of the West. And another big hit being laid out by the Eastern defense. Keone Fraser out of Kailua High School.
6'2", 260, one of those that really I felt kind of overlooked this season, you know, in the statistics, obviously, but showing with that good size and showing good quickness and being able to flow to the ball, able to take down the Western counterpart. Frazier
coming into this game at 6'2", 260. Loss of 3 yards on that last play run by the West. 3rd down and 15 for Rodney Tavui. They fake the draw. They go to a shovel pass. Penalty markers down here. We might see a legal procedure against the offense.
Well, that substitution came in a little late. Again, that's the kind of problems you're going to have in an all-star game like this. Like I said, young men used to different types of systems and situations and everything, and not used to playing on certain downs while playing on others, and then being brought into situations that they're just not familiar with. But a nice play, little bit of play selection here as they go ahead and run the shuffle pass to Jose Cerate, one of those from Mililani, 5'7", 150. Cerate, someone that kind of bears watching perhaps. Very quick feet, very good hands.
Stutzman and number 11, Alvin Tokunaga, back to receive this punt. Stutzman muffs it, and this is recovered by the Western All-Stars. Racing downfield was Nate Jackson.
Jackson, a Waianae nemesis for the Crusaders throughout the years. As you see, Stutzman cheating a little bit. The ball gets away from him, and good heads-up play by Jackson there, racing downfield to cover the ball and give the West the little bit of salute there, as well as the ball.
Nate Jackson, one of those guys you just have to enjoy watching during the high school season. Finds a way to be around the ball. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards for the West on that 1st down running play. Jacob Ordenstein with the ball.
And Ordenstein certainly one of the big ball carriers for Kamehameha this past season, in spite of starting the season kind of slowly with an injury. Was among those that keyed Kamehameha's drive to perhaps trying to gain the Prep Bowl this season against St. Louis, especially in the second half of that season when they really gave the Crusaders a run for their money to get to the title game.
Game clock now down to 20 seconds here in this scoreless ball game between the Eastern and Western All-Stars. This pass is complete by Tavui. Catching the ball for the West was Kavika Chun out of Damien High School.
Again, Chun, one of those sneaky type of receivers, knows how to get downfield, knows how to get the open seam, and Tavui goes, here you go, Kavika, let's see what you can do with it. And does a pretty good job of just latching onto the ball, but gets driven back a bit. They're good defense. Again, like I said, a game like this, usually the defense tends to dominate. They tend to know what's expected and everything, and really the differences of what they do versus what other coaches may bring in and what they may learn from them. Not all that much different. Just maybe a difference in terminology, but really the system or the style is pretty much the same.
At the end of the 1st quarter, we are scoreless between the Eastern and Western All-Stars from Oahu. Rodney Tavui so far in the night, 4 for 4 passing for 19 yards. Tavui showing some accuracy here in this offensive scheme being run by the Western All-Stars.
When you consider the offensive coordinator is Dan Morrison, who everywhere he has gone, whether at Iolani, Roosevelt, or Punahou, has developed some very fine quarterbacks over the years.
3rd and 7 situation. Tavui looking for the end zone, has a man. Touchdown! Oh, incomplete. Just in and out of the hands of Asidera. It looked like he might have had that ball and it might have just dropped through the breadbasket.
In games like this, the tendency is for a quarterback to go to someone that he's been used to playing with all season long. And you see there, Tavui winds it up, decides to go to Mark Asadero that time, says, hey, Mark, here you go, buddy. Tavui placing this in a nice place, and the only place it could be caught for Asadero, but Asadero just not able to latch onto it.
Asidera now to hold for his other Campbell teammate, Jack Ioane. And Ioane's kick is short and off to the right. So we remain scoreless here in the BTC All-Star Game, 0-0 between the East and the West. And you saw that last pass just go off the hands of Mark Asidero.
silver-haired one. As you see there, electing to go for the kick here does Coach Don Botello, and Ioane, rather, excuse me, having a little bit of a problem, but that's certainly not going to be his college specialty. And of course, as we've been talking, Blaine, over the years, one of the reasons why it seems that the OIA has such a problem developing kickers and special teamers and so forth seems to be the simple fact that, unlike the ILH, they do not have a well-developed soccer program to go to.
See many ILA schools such as Kamehameha and Puno doing very well in both boys and girls soccer here in the state of Hawaii. Boys and girls state soccer tournaments coming up here at the Aloha Stadium in about January, February. Keep an eye out for that. Neil Rose back in at quarterback for the Eastern All-Stars. First down and 5 after that penalty against the West. Rose's pass is knocked away nicely by the Western defense. Justin Takasaki on coverage of the intended receiver.
Takasaki, one of those fine athletes who can really do it on both sides of the field. He has that escapability and that speed and the good hands to be able to grab hold of the ball, and also has that good instinct to just be able to go to the ball. And there you see it as he basically breaks up the pass there to Chad Satterfield, all of 6'2", and not easy when you're the size of Takasaki there, 5'10", giving away 4 inches to a guy 6'2", 6'3".
And this could be a big game for Neil Rose, the quarterback. He is under pressure once again, and he is hit as he steps out of bounds, and we will have a penalty marker thrown on this play. Jack Ioane, part of the Men in Black out of Campbell High School. They're laying the hit on Neil Rose, and he will get flagged for this infraction.
I got a dead ball foul, personal foul.
But Neil Rose has had to scramble the last 2 years playing over for Pac-5. Granted, they have not had the largest of offensive lines. A chance for him to sit back in the pocket and try to hit some receivers here in this game.
Again, as we pointed out, from the top of the ball game, Blaine, is that you need a little bit of timing. You need to really work with some people in a passing attack and everything. And Rose there showing some of the problems that quarterbacks have in this, especially when you don't have a familiar receiver to throw to. He's had Prim to throw to all season long with Pac-5, and tonight he's having to work with a whole bunch of new faces. But you're right, this is a game that he gets to showcase his talents and abilities, being that he gets to take the podium in front of Jason Gesser.
And whistles now on this play. First down for the Eastern All-Stars. Jack Ioane once again on the action for the defense.
Well, Ioane is certainly making his presence felt out there. As you see the run there by Kaiva Kaita, he's got to feel like he's running into the Black Sea or something out there, because really no running for him there.
Loss of a yard on that last play, second down and 11. Rose once again under pressure. And a late penalty marker being thrown. We might see holding on this play. Quite a defensive struggle being played here tonight at the Aloha Stadium. 0-0 is the score. 10:40 up on the game clock, left to play here in the first half of action. Don Botello, coaching the Eastern All-Stars, just finished his 33rd season as head coach for the Pac-5 Wolfpack.
I got holding on the offense, still second down.
And like I said, sometimes you get caught a little out of position. And, you're trying to do things when you're an offensive lineman. You see right there trying to hold out the rush, trying to give Rose some time to find somebody. But right now, Rose not having much success to speak of.
The 10 yards being charged from the spot of the infraction. That makes it a 17-yard penalty Second down and 27. Just a short swing pass and nothing doing there for the East. And we might have a fumble. And that we do. Mel Cortero and the rest of the officiating crew will try to sort this out. It appears we have a fumble on the far sideline. The West defense recovered it. We just need to see if this play will stand pending the penalty.
Illegal substitution on the defense.
And the East appears to be catching a break following the illegal substitution on second down and 27.
Again, you know, you're talking about young men who are playing perhaps in different positions, different situations that they are not familiar with. So obviously we're going to be seeing things like this all game long.
22 yards to go for first down yardage. The East back on their own 26. They get about 5 or 6 yards back here, and once again another penalty marker. Ing Aliaga in on the play defensively for the West. And the referees have their hands full this evening. 10:08 up on the game clock, 0-0 score. Not the cleanest of football games being played here so far.
Personal foul on the offense.
And that's about the third or fourth personal foul penalty we've had called here in the first half, and we've still got another 10 minutes left to go.
Like I said, these all-star games, because you're talking about young men who play under different systems, having to adjust to different positions perhaps, and perhaps, you know, not all there as far as being concentrated and into the ball game and everything, obviously showing the fact that they're having a little bit of a problem making adjustments out there.
Two receivers to either side of the line for Neil Rose here on third down and 34. Rose being chased by Evangelista. He will scramble upfield and step out of bounds at about the 23-yard line, gain of 9 yards. And the East will have to punt this away. Dan Morrison here as an assistant coach for the Western team, helping out Darren Hernandez.
And you see here the heavy pressure being put on Rose as he's struggling to try and find somebody, but decides coverage is just too much and tucks it away.
High hopping punt that will skip out of bounds at the West 46. That is where they will get the ball back with 9 minutes 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. 0-0 score between the Eastern and Western All-Stars.
You can see Rose there obviously not happy with his performance this evening, and you can see it there reflected in the numbers or lack thereof on the scoreboard.
Neil Rose is the leading rusher for the Eastern All-Stars. 2 carries for 8 yards on the evening, showing some of his scrambling ability out there on the football field. Tavui remains the quarterback. First down, he'll hand this off to the up man. Carrying the ball is Wes Kiliikipi for the Western team.
And among those making the stop, Ben Alualu, the 6'1", 240-pound defensive lineman out of St. Louis School. Watch it here on our all-sport replay. Gets a good rush up inside and basically does to the West backfield what most of us had to put up with this afternoon in H1 freeway traffic.
Loss of 2 yards on that last play. Second down and 12. Tavui signaling for a timeout. That will stop the clock with 8:57 left to go here in the second quarter. 0-0 is our score. We will be back here at the Aloha Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back to the 7th annual BTC Goodwill game here at the Aloha Stadium. Blaine Cowley and Al Morikami bringing you the first half of action as you get a look at some of the fans here at the stadium tonight. .857 up on the game clock. 0-0 is our score. It will be second down and 12, the Western team with the ball. Just 3 first downs so far here in this game through about a quarter and a half.
See what Dan Morrison and Rodney Tavui have cooked up during the meantime here.
High snap to Tavui, looking across the middle, has a man. This is complete. Making the grab for the Western team was Jose Cerate coming out of the backfield.
Nice pattern run by Cerate, just running it right up the seam and just basically then just outrunning his man and latching onto the ball. Not the easiest ball in the world to catch in this kind of a situation, as you see here. Tavui launching this one. Nice grab there by Cerate, showing the nice hands, as I pointed out. This guy, one of those kinds of running backs that you like to have in the backfield because he can both do it out of the backfield and he can also swing out and catch it out in the pass pattern.
Cerate led the entire OIA in scoring this past year with 15 touchdowns. 14 of those scored on the ground. The East smelling out that last offensive play run by the West. Carrying the ball for the Western All-Stars was John West.
And West, of course, one of the top backs in the OIA this season, being given a chance here to show what he can do. You can see there the defense, though, really stepping it up. You can see as they look into the backfield, Pali Lua, the defensive back, the 200-pounder, 5'9", out of Kauku. Nice job to stay with the flow there and disrupt the West sweep.
West, appropriately named for the Western All-Star team, scored 5 touchdowns in one game during the preseason as their second down running play also gets stuffed as Jacob Ordenstein tries to find a hole.
That was quite a shootout. I mean, you kind of felt watching that ball game, you kind of felt you were more like at a tennis match rather than a football game.
Game clock continues to run here at the Aloha Stadium, 7:17 and counting. Neither team able to scratch the scoreboard as of yet. A lot of realignment going on now for the offense. Penalty markers thrown on the play as Cerate gets the pass on the middle screen. A middle screen, one of those rather complex offensive plays, and you might see the Western All-Stars getting flagged for some kind of an illegal procedure.
Well, take into consideration that it's Coach Dan Morrison that's calling in these plays to the West All-Stars, and not surprising that they would go with something a little more complex.
On the offense, still third down.
5-yard penalty against the West.
As you check our Hawaii Army Guard replay here. Still an interesting play, and Cerate certainly showing his ability to be creative in this situation, getting that little shuttle pass in the middle and being able to turn it up inside and find a little bit of a crease and get some yardage up inside.
Tavui looking long once again for Asidera, and this time he has the ball for a touchdown.
You know, it's like I said, Blaine, you have in these kinds of ball games, quarterbacks have worked with a certain receiver all season long from their team, and of course, when it comes to the big play, you know who they're going to give it to.
37-yard touchdown for the Campbell connection of Tavui and Mark Asidera. And this is probably going to be the last chance I'll have to say this, so he is like acid because he burns. Gets on the scoreboard first for the Western All-Stars. 6-0 is the score pending the extra point.
You know, Tavui can go to, of course, Asadera, and of course, Seumalo has, of course, Colin Santos to be able to go to when he gets his opportunity to step in here and run a few plays. And certainly you're going to see the ball probably going Colin's way a couple of times tonight as a result.
Jack Ioane able to convert on the extra point, and the West now has a 7-0 lead. 6:26 up on the game clock here in the first half.
And, of course, you also have Kana Kawai also on the roster here for the Western All-Stars, and you can sure as heck bet he's going to try and swing a few passes to Keli'i Kipi and company along with Kamuela Black out there. As you see the nice grab there by Asadera to haul it down, whatever those little hand signals mean.
Mark Asadera, a very versatile player, can line up in the backfield, also can line up in the slot, making the touchdown grab. Gets congratulations from his head coach, Darren Hernandez, as the kick goes to the east. And this ball being returned to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line by Tim Welch Ornelas. Welch Ornelas out of a very football-oriented bloodline.
And one that continues to provide some very interesting moments in high school football. As you see, Welch Ornelas going to return this. Of course, in 2 years hence, we're going to be seeing his cousin Gerald Welch Ornelas, currently playing for St. Louis, but a nice return there. Again, like I say, some of these players not used to playing special teams.
With the Allen's pass is complete, and his receiver sheds a man. This is Chad Satterfield. Satterfield, a big kid at 6'2", 175, shows some of that strength and power there.
Big target, good hands, good speed, able to get on deep, and nice little bit of speed there by the West's Robbie Takara, the linebacker, 6'1", 245 out of Campbell, to make the catch up to Satterfield at the end here. But you see there, Satterfield looking it in, doing a good job, heads up, looking for somewhere to head downfield, and a nice job by Takara over there, racing over to make the stop.
Takara, the linebacker for the Western All-Stars, led the Campbell Sabres in tackles the last 2 years. Carrying the ball for the Eastern All-Stars was Kaiva Kaito.
Well, shutting the door there was Sape of Lelehua along with Padayo of Campbell on the play to make the stop on it. And certainly those two young men with good futures in front of them. Padayo 6'3", 250. Sape out of Lelehua goes 6'3", 285. So obviously very large young man.
Loss of 2 yards for Kaita, 2nd down and 12. And this pass goes off the shoulder pads of Craig Stutzman. Stutzman, usually a very sure-handed receiver. He, along with Sean Withy Allen, could be a passing combination in the future for the University of Hawaii. Both players have verbally committed to the UH.
Yep, you get to see I guess you could call it the rainbow connection here, or almost connection, as you see there. And you're right, Stutzman, one of those that's coming out of the Crusaders, out of that Crusader football machine, and obviously going to have a lot of good things from him from the future.
Play action for Withy Allen out of Kalaheo High School, and he finds his man. The one thing that impresses you the most about Sean Withy Allen not only is his size, but his accuracy as well. That pass complete to Alvin Tokunaga. Defending on the play was Seneca Oshiro.
And that time, too, showing good mobility as he rolled out and looked to Tokunaga and just dumped the pass off. This is going to be something very simple, very easy is what they're going to go with here. And this is pretty much the way that Coach Adam Botello likes to play it. And you see there, lays it off to Tokunaga. And a good stick there by the West's, or rather by the East, number 25, Seneca Oshiro, to come in and shut the door on him. Oshiro, 5'6", 165, could make an impact at the D2 or NAIA level.
First down for the East. They pitch it back. Carrying the ball for the Eastern All-Stars was Iosefa Talia once again. Talia having a rough go of it so far, trying to get through the line. The Western All-Stars playing very well defensively against the run.
And don't be surprised if you see occasionally Withy Allen occasionally laying it off. He has to one of his favorite receivers from Kalaheo, David Abbott, who's on the roster for this game. We haven't seen him make his presence felt yet, but quite certainly you got to think that perhaps Coach Botello has that in the back of the playbook somewhere.
Abbott, the wide out to the bottom of the screen, and we have movement. This should be going against the offense.
false start on the offense.
That will back up the Eastern offense 5 yards. Make it 2nd down and about 15.
Again, this is a situation where you're having to adjust to a different quarterback, with a different voice, different cadence ability, and sometimes it's going to throw you.
Draw play to Talia. Talia once again running into his own man coming through the line. Gets maybe a yard or two before being stopped by the West, Greg Kishaba.
You'd wonder why would a team run the ball in this situation, but you want to be able to see how the young man is able to handle handoffs and so forth. And you also have to figure, being a 2nd and long situation, perhaps the defense looking for pass, and so you try to surprise them sometimes with a little bit of a run up inside.
Withy Allen, 2 of 2 on the night, passing for 25 yards. We might see his 3rd passing attempt here on 3rd and 13. He has some time, and his receiver slips down to the turf, looking for Kapono Kamakaviva Ole out of Kalani High School. The East trying to answer back to the Western All-Stars score, but they will have to punt it away. 3:09 up on the game clock, 7-0 the score, the Western All-Stars ahead.
Kamakaviva Ole and Tokunaga, part of that Kalani combination that made the Falcons such a surprising team early on in the OIA Blue Conference chase.
Neil Rose back to punt it away. High punt fielded at the 20-yard line, and there you see a nice defensive play by the special teams of the East. Matt Wright out of Iolani High School coming in to make the play. And Matt Wright, another one of those kids that just has a good nose for the football.
Jose Cerate, really no place to go, but you saw there too one of the special rules that they have in a game like this. Obviously, no rushing the punter is allowed, and everybody else, of course, on the offensive line or on the coverage line has to hold back and wait until the ball is actually booted in the air before they can go downfield. But nice boot there, all the same, by the West or rather by the East, to hang that ball up high and give themselves a chance to get under it and limit Cerate's return.
The West starting off from their own 18-yard line. Up by 7 points. They keep to the ground. Carrying the ball for the West was John West out of the Leilehua High School football team, playing for the Leilehua Mules.
And there you see an example of that little bit of a timing problem. They pulled one of the linemen from the far side to come over and block for West on the play, and West was still getting the ball in the backfield. By the time he got the ball in the backfield, the line had more or less formed up what they were going to do, and by then the defense had figured it out, and so they just rushed right in and shut everything down.
No gain on that last play. 2nd down and 10 from the 18. Keep it on the ground, and another vicious hit being laid out. This time by the East, Ben Alu.
Not surprising, young man with good speed, good size, gets in there and makes the stop. Typified the St. Louis core of linebackers this season with La'anui Correa and Joseph Ciofele rounded out, this young man rounded out their linebacking core and doing a good job, as you see there. And sometimes, too, you can cut to the wrong hole or you can cut to the wrong side of the line as well, and that's basically what happened there.
3rd down and 11 from the 17-yard line. Timeout being called down on the field. That will stop the clock at 2:01. 7-0 is our score. And don't forget, the Pro Bowl returns to the Aloha Stadium coming up next year on February the 1st. The ticket sales starting a few weeks ago on Monday, November the 17th. Plans to attend that game. The Pro Bowl selections just announced yesterday, as a matter of fact. Get a chance to see some players like John Elway, Brett Favre, Barry Sanders making a return trip to the Aloha Stadium this year, along with Terrell Davis.
Not to mention some of the other fellas from Tampa Bay coming in. The Buccaneers having themselves quite a season this year.
The Tampa Bay running attack will be alive and well here at the Aloha Stadium. Warwick Dunn and Mike Allstott. 3rd down and 11 from the 17-yard line once again. Another solo pass and a fumble, and the East will recover it. Making the recovery for the Eastern defense was Darryl Ranis out of Kalani High School.
Again, you can see where timing, again, a problem for the Western Stars. Got to see how they're going to go ahead and rule this. But you saw there how they were having a little bit of a problem trying to get off this play.
First down.
The linemen more or less making up their minds what they were going to do in those kinds of situations, and doing what they had to do up front, and everything just getting there just a little late from the backfield, and that allowed the defense for the East to close in and basically jar the ball loose and come up with the turnover and give themselves an opportunity here to get into the end zone.
So the two head coaches sticking to their quarterbacks. Botello sending in Neil Rose here with a chance to tie this game up. They need to get 16 yards to go into the end zone, and Rose will throw this away. Almost picked off by the Western's Justin Takasaki.
Rose tonight just not really having the kind of game that he would like to have in a situation like this. He's been struggling all night long trying to find someone. You have to wonder if maybe, some of us, myself included, have been hit by a little bit of a flu bug, and certainly you have to wonder if that's bothering the young man.
2nd down and 10 from the West 16 following the turnover. The East trailing 7-0 here in this football game. Rose with some time fires a bullet just behind his receiver. That last pass intended for David Abbott.
And ironically, we were talking earlier about Sean Whitley Allen. You'd figure the ball would be going to Abbott quite often from Whitley Allen, but instead Rose choosing to try and go to Abbott in this situation, and someone again that Rose not familiar all that with in terms of being able to deliver the ball.
And Jason DeMello defending for the West, and that brings up 3rd down for the East. Trips to the right side of the offensive line. Rose sets up a pass to Stutzman. Stutzman with some room. Stutzman across the 5-yard line, out of bounds at about the 3. That is good for a 1st down for the Eastern All-Stars. And there you see the speed in the hands of Craig Stutzman.
This is the big play ability that Coach Fred Von Oppen hopes that Craig Stutzman will provide the Rainbows in coming seasons. You see here, Stutzman just a good job of just taking that nice little slant pattern over the middle, just hauling it in, and the rest is all just Craig Stutzman. Good heads-up play to find the seam, latch onto the ball, and then from the rest of it, just heads-up running by Stutzman the rest of the way.
Stutzman stands at 5'11", 180. He has been hampered by injuries the last couple of years playing for St. Louis. Had an ankle and a wrist injury this past year, but he is a type of receiver that can definitely make things happen when he is healthy.
Gave Gordon Schilling Jr. a little bit of a relief in Schilling Jr.'s final season 2 years ago, and finally came into his own early on this season before getting injured midway through the season.
And a fumble on the snap on 1st down. The East appears to have it back. We'll bring up 2nd down and goal to go from about the 3.
And again, you see the problems that quarterbacks and centers have in games like this. Again, you're working with someone that you really haven't had that much of a chance to work with. Kale Keahe, the young man snapping the ball back to Rose in that situation.
Under a minute left to play here in the 1st half. Rose's pass just a little bit long of Anthony Victorino.
Another St. Louis wide receiver out there at 5'7", 150, Victorino. That pass just a little too long. Rose really with no favorite target in this ball game. As you look up and down the roster, no real receivers or backs out of Pac-5 for him to really give the ball to in this kind of a situation. Tries to get it out there to Victorino, but the pass just a little bit too much.
Timeout called by the Western All-Stars. That is their final timeout of the half. Stops the play clock with 46 seconds left to go.
And, you know, one of the things we were talking about up here in the booth, Blaine, too, as you know, is that we were talking about how in past years, from time to time, we've had people, young men from the neighbor islands, participating on the gridiron here in this ball game. But, of course, economics being what it is, and certainly the concentration on academics by the neighbor island schools and so forth, you know, all those factors combining to the fact that basically this has been reduced to a Oahu High School All-Stars football game. And really, you know, if possible, it really would be nice to see some of the neighbor island kids come in and play on the gridiron with these guys. Certainly we've seen the fact that they can develop some very good football players as well. And, of course, you can see all of them on the Stadium Stars High School Sporting Events tapes for sale here, 486-9557. Hey, you got relatives on the mainland, want to see how their alma mater did? Hey, this is the way to do that, 486-9557. Nice stocking stuffer.
Back to action down on the field. 46 seconds left to go here in the first half. Rose play action gets past one man. Being chased by Ioane looking for the end zone. Neil Rose, touchdown. Rose continues to be the leading rusher for the Eastern All-Stars. That touchdown now puts them behind the West by 1 point.
And you don't think these young men are competitive with each other? And Rose certainly struggling with the air game tonight, showing the fact that you know, he has the feet to be able to get the running, to be able to do the running aspect of the ball game as well. He's going to hold here for number 26, Nick Schreiner, a teammate, their kicking specialist here.
Schreiner, the all-state selection at kicker, and they will call a timeout as they waited for a late substitution. Neil Rose waiting for one more man to come onto the field. They'll burn their second timeout to get this extra point conversion set.
And a nice run here by Rose. You see, executes the play action fake, basically just running through the sidelines, finally finds himself a little bit of a crease, a little bit of a lane, kind of goes for it and squeezes it into the end zone for the 6 points.
Rose just able to beat out Jack Ioane and Dean Salter into the corner of the end zone for that touchdown. He comes back out onto the field to hold for this extra point conversion. East now trails by 1, 7-6, pending this attempt.
You know, no doubt about his ability to throw the ball, Blaine, as we've seen all season long, struggling with Pac-5. But, you know, he's showing tonight, too, that obviously he has the fleet feet to be able to get it done on the ground as well as in the air.
The kick is up, and it is good, and we have ourselves a tied football game. 7-7 here with 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Pac-5 Wolfpack players, Neil Rose and Nicholas Schreiner, getting those 7 points up onto the scoreboard.
And again, Schreiner showing the leg that made him one of the top selections for All-Star honors.
The West will get the ball back, but they have no timeouts. So we might see them take a couple of knees and head back into the locker room unless they try to race one back downfield pending this kick return. Justin Takasaki back to receive along with Ronnie Arendane out of Leilehua High School. And the squib kick being picked up by one of the up men. Carrying the football for the West was Justin Paracuellas out of Waialua High School. 5'9", 170-pound football player.
And you can see he's basically keeping the ball on the ground here, making it a little difficult. Nice head-up play there, though, by the West's number 6, Justin Parquelas, to pick up that ball out of the young man out of Wailua, 5'9", 170. Good job to just pick it up there.
Tavui remains the quarterback. Penalty marker on the play as they try to run it up the middle. Might have a false start going against the offense. Cameron Watson, the ball carrier. He was stopped by Tony Tata. Tata, one of the hottest commodities in the state.
Part of that very highly touted St. Louis Crusader defense. Tata 6'3", 240 out there with Alu Alu 6'1", 240. Part of a very big and very fast Crusader defense. They're not just big Blaine as we saw, but they also had good foot speed and basically laid the leather on a lot of opponents this season.
1st and 15. Clock continues to run down to 3 seconds. And the game clock has expired. We will head into the locker rooms with a 7-7 score here in the 7th annual BTC All-Star Game. Al, your thoughts on the first half of action so far?
As we expected, Blaine, obviously this game is not something that they're going to wrap up and put in the Smithsonian anytime soon. But still, given the opportunities that both sides have had, they've shown that, they have, that they certainly have, quite some talent out there to showcase. And certainly it's been, pretty much what we expected it was going to be.
That will do it for us here in the first half. For our director, Mike Bradshaw, and my color man, Al Murakami. Dynamic Dominic Rodero and Mike Nelson to take you the rest of the way through the second half. My name is Blaine Cowley. Thank you for joining us here at the Stadium Stars.
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium, folks, for the final 24 minutes of this 1997 Prep Bowl season. Along with Dominic Radura, and alongside of me is Mike Nelson. We'll bring you the second half action here. 7-7 score. The West and the East All-Stars in a tied ball game. The ball at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and there you see it, Dominic. 4 first downs for the West, 3 for the East, and it's a typical all-star game. A lot of defense and offense a little limited.
At quarterback now for Kalaheo, for the East All-Stars from Kalaheo, Sean Withy Allen.
Withy Allen, of course, he's going to go to UH this year, Dominic, coming up. Great quarterback out of Kalaheo. Let's look at the replay here. Withy Allen back. Makes a nice pass, as he always does, as he's always done all season long. That's why he's starting the second half.
First down for the East All-Stars. Completion by Sean Withy Allen. The pitch to Kaiwa Kaita. We're going to have an official timeout. We have a man down for the West All-Stars. Looks like down on the field is Greg Kishiba.
And there you see number 56 who made the tackle. That's a Gabriel Padayao from Campbell, 6'3", 250 pounds, and he hammered the runner. Unfortunately, one of his teammates is what's down.
There you see the 1997 Prep Bowl champion head coach of the St. Louis Crusaders, Cal Lee.
Again.
Having a remarkable season. And you take a look at 33 years of coaching. The Dean of High School Football, Don Botello, alongside with Ilani head coach Wendell Look. And you take a look at the ILH coaches on the eastern side.
Players still down as they're attending to him. It's 11:34 here, Dominic. Game just getting underway.
Here for the second half, as you said, Mike, and for the West All-Stars, Rodney Tavui getting a pass to Mark Asadera for 37 yards for the first score for the West team. Both teammates from the Campbell Sabres connecting another time here. And for the East, Neil Rose getting the only score for the Eastern team with a 3-yard run to tie it up in the first half. And here we are in the third quarter. And here's Sean Withy Allen, tries to get a pass, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by the West. Kerwin DeMello. DeMello from the Campbell Sabres makes the interception, and a big boo-boo there for the East team, as we'll take a look at this replay on the Generation Next replay.
Yeah, I think Withy Allen would like to have this pass back. He makes nice pass, but there's too much coverage. A great interception there by DeMello. Kind of over his shoulder, just made a great interception. Turn around, bring the ball back.
So the West All-Stars get it at the 50-yard line. Rodney Tavui stays in at quarterback. Went 7 for 8 in the first half.
And as usual, as you see in a lot of the All-Star games, what's going on here? Not a lot of running, really line dominating the running play. Here's watch the replay. There's the handoff. And you see they plug up the hole very, very quickly. Great line play, great defense by the East.
The lone running back in the backfield, John West of Lelehua, in the ball game now. Play action. Here's a pass, and it's picked off, and it goes through the hands. Actually, an incomplete pass there, as it's almost picked off by Ethan Taumai of Iolani.
Talamai had a shot at this. It's a low pass. There's the fake right there. He rolls out. And he's throwing it on the run, and he just misses his receiver altogether. Not a great pass, and almost picked off.
Talamai that time thought he couldn't get it, and he goes through his hands. And for the West All-Star, they keep the ball as the ball is spotted at the 49. That time the ball was going over to Vui's head. He makes a pass, and he goes through the hands as the pass is thrown high. Intended receiver that time was Kavika Chun of Damien.
Yeah, he throws another pass here. He has a lot of authority on it, but look how many white uniforms ran. He overthrows him. Look at that.
Having a hand on the ball was Ethan Talamai. Back-to-back plays for him. And for the West All-Stars, they'll force the punt. The ball gets away by Kelly Kipi. Finally gets one off. The ball will take a west bounce and will make an exit at about the 5-yard line, and that's where the East will take over.
Well, in the All-Star game, you can't rush the punter, so he was allowed to pick up the ground ball and turned out with a very, very good punt. If that had been a regular game, it might have been a different story. Probably would have been sacked back there.
.45-yard punt by West Kelly Kipi with 10:10 left here in the third quarter. 7-7 score. Neil Rose back in the ball game for the East All-Stars. Here's a give. We got penalty markers on the field. A gain of about a yard.
Well, let's see what the penalty is. It could be a hold or a man in motion. No, it's not. It's going to go against the West.
Carrying the ball for the first time this evening, Richard Hull of Roosevelt. Penalty called on the West team. Give him an automatic first down as we'll check in with the head referee, Mel Quartero.
I got illegal participation on the defense, first down.
So that penalty helps. We'll take a look at this replay.
It looks like he's got a lineman down. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what that penalty was. It was a legal receiver downfield on a running play, but number 72 making a stop, it looks like, for Waisusini Waianae making a stop there for the West team.
We have heard of him throughout the regular season making big plays, and here you see one of them tonight.
Yeah, he just gets through the line very quickly. He's big, he's agile. He's going to make a great college football player.
Just hooked Talia on the legs, and ball is still at the 21. The ball gets away from Neil Rose and goes in for a big loss, as now the ball will be spotted at the 10. And
well,
what a third down situation that was.
Yeah, but he did the smart thing. He's deep in his own territory. He doesn't want to try to pick the ball up and fumble it anymore, so he just dove on it. Let's watch it again on the GTE Hawaiian Tel replay. Just a bad snap. And so he tried to pick it up, then he decided, oh, I better fall on it.
Third down and 20. Got penalty markers on the field. It's like it'll be going against the West All-Stars.
Yeah, it looked like Lavali Sape of Lelahu.
Got a dead ball fall, encroachment on the defense.
There's the encroachment. Sape with the offsides. Defensive lineman, 6'3", 285 pounds. from Lelehua. It'll be 3rd and 15. 8:15 left in the third quarter. Handoff again. Taking the ball is Richard Hull. He'll get close to the 20-yard line. And it'll be 4th down. Robbie Takara with the tackle. Takara, been well known for Campbell. Has been part of that defense.
Hole opened up very quickly here. He gets through the hole, and then that's it after that. You see the West defenders very quick getting to the ball carrier.
Punt by Neil Rose. No return as the ball went over Jose Cerate. And it'll be down at the 35-yard line where the West will take over on offense. So far here in the third quarter, just been going back and forth with the ball. No one scoring. Still 7-7 the ball game.
Well, you know, all-star games, they're not used to systems. They have different systems. Different players trying to adjust. That's what Wendell Look is telling his players now. It takes a while for them to gel, usually about the fourth quarter.
Rodney Tavui of Campbell still at quarterback. Fire away, gets a pass complete. Making the catch. Colin Santos. The hit applied by Edward Fiaseu of St. Louis.
Yeah, this is a quick out. Well, you can't really see it here, but he's already there when he throws the ball. It's very quick. He's hit immediately.
Got run down, but he gets 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5, the ball at the 40-yard line. The West team moving down. Here's the pass, and by Tavui. The intended receiver was Ashley Lely of Radford. So he bumped right into the defender and couldn't make the play.
Yeah, the East is in a man-to-man defensive scheme here. So the West is trying to take advantage of that, and he almost did it right there. The ball was just a little overthrown, that's all.
Third down situation, 3rd and 5 at the 40. 6:36 left in the third quarter. Tavui out of the shotgun. Ain't going to find a receiver, and he's sacked in the backfield. Making the play for the East All-Stars was Brett Radcliffe of Pac-5.
Boy, he got through there fast, too. There he is. Mr. Radcliffe, 5'11", 195-pounder. Very quickly gets through there and makes the tackle.
Clean sack by Radcliffe, a loss of 3 yards. Kelly Kipi for the West team punts it away. Picking up for the East All-Stars there. What a bad move. Timmy Welch Ornelas picks it up, and he gets a big loss after making that pickup.
Yeah, that was dangerous by Ornelas. Maybe he just should have let the ball go. He could have fumbled it. I'd like to see that again. Okay, well, we're not going to see it again, but he could have. Oh, here we go. Okay. He should just let this go. Besides, go ahead and pick it up. That was dangerous. He's lucky he held on.
Robbie Takara, also Afono Filiva making the play on that punt return.
That ball was a wee bit overthrown by Withy Allen.
Sean Withy Allen now at quarterback made a verbal commitment to the University of Hawaii.
Along with Craig Stutzman of St. Louis.
Here's a play, and it's pitched out to Kaiwa Kaita.
Well, I mean, on that pitch out, the West was all over the place. I mean, they had a lot of black jerseys down there. There you see the man that made the stop. Let's watch this again. This play doesn't have a chance at all. Pitch out. As soon as he gets the ball, look how many black jerseys are down there. No one's blocking them. They make quick tackles. Look at that.
3rd down and 8. The ball at the 16-yard line. With the Allen, fires to an open receiver, but wide.
With the Allen seems to be a little out of sync. Again, this is an all-star game. This does happen.
Fourth down situation again for the East All-Stars. And they'll punt it away by Neil Rose. He gets a good one. Picking it up for the West, Jose Zarate. Zarate gets over the 45 to the 48. And another good field position for the West All-Stars. Let's see if they can take advantage of the field position, try to get a score as we still have a tied ball game, 7-7 score between the East and the West with 4:42 here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's a low punt, so and Srati made a great fingertip catch. So it's a low punt, so he's going to get a lot of time to run. He's not going to get down there in time. That's what he does. Good field position.
Play action. And there, Rodney Tavui gets wrapped up. Making the play for the East All-Stars, Albert Mika. We also got penalty markers on the field. Mika from the Farrington High School.
I also think I saw number 90, Tony Tata, in there, too. Oh, we have a face mask penalty. Oh, it's a big face mask penalty, Dominic.
We got face mask on the defense, still first down.
That's a shame they had him stop for a loss. Didn't he have something like that happen?
1st and 3. Ball at the 44-yard line. Tavui fires and over the head of the receiver. That time the receiver being Matthew Asinson of Nanakuli.
Yeah, he was well covered anyway. But the pass, again, the quarterbacks seem to be a little out of sync, overthrowing the receivers a lot. There you see Tavui.
Tavui during the OIA regular season was 64 of 132 here with 5 touchdowns. Kelly Kipi takes the ball. Should be close of a first down. Making a play for the East All-Stars, Keone Frazier.
Straight up the middle. Smash mouth football. They only need a few yards. That was good enough to get it. No, it was not.
3rd and 1. Handoff. Gets the first down. Making that first down for the West All-Stars was Jacob Ordenstein.
That was good enough to get it. Again, right up the middle. Puts his head down, keeps his feet and legs grinding. That's what did it. Number 2 made the stop. That's for the East. Paliku Kalapuna. Hey, look at that. We know those people.
Dennis Alexio on the field.
Which, of course, Rich Miano.
One of our Stadium Stars staff down on the field enjoying the game tonight.
I got a dead ball foul, delay a game on the offense.
That's a not in time play.
Well, it'll cost you 5 yards, and it's 1st and 15 at the 45 of the East. Tavui passes off, a screen play, goes to the outside, making the catch was John West. We're down to the 2:37 mark and counting. Ball is at the 42-yard line.
Palilua made the stop there for the East.
Tavoy will work from the shotgun on 2nd down. Fires, gets a receiver, and it's caught after it bounces off of Mark Asadera. Looks like it was picked up by Hanale Vincent.
Oh, that was some play. That's what they think. That's why those kids are wearing their hats backwards like that. That was some play. Here's the pass by Tavui. I mean, he had it in his hands. It bounced right out of his hands. Sometimes you can't throw the ball too hard.
Penalty markers on the field. See what the call is.
I got holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
So in a 3rd down situation where the West Ulcers tried to get something, they got a holding call. And that will force 4th down and they'll have to boot it away. West Kelly Kipi will get the honors of pooching it. Making a play is there. Alvin Tokunaga gets wrapped up by a sea of black at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, the West really got down the field and covered that punt really well. There you see the man responsible for the tackle. Good high punt. And see they're down there very quickly and get to the runner very fast. Good field position for the West because of that.
Joshua Kaakua of Punahou makes the play on Tokunaga. East starting 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Minute 21 left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, Neil Rose had the ball. Looked like he kept it or he fumbled it. I didn't see exactly on that. But not much gain. Let's watch this again. Yeah, he did fumble it. He's lucky to get it back. Actually made a small gain.
Rose trying to put on a good show there. Almost muffed it up. Here's Rose. Fires, gets his receiver. Completed pass to the 29. Making a catch was Joseph Fotu from Kahuku. Short of the 1st down marker. Just making the play was Jack Ioana.
Well, that was a nice little pass. He's going to his left, and then he kind of stops and makes this little sidearm right-sided pass. That's not easy to do. That was a real nice pass by Rose.
3rd and a yard as the third quarter will tick away. Here's the final play of the third quarter. Rose has to scramble, and he's tripped up, making the play for the West All-Stars. Lavale Sape trips up Rose for the final play of the third quarter, and we ended here. It's still tied 7-7.
Let's watch the replay again. Rose really had nowhere to go with this ball. He can't throw it anywhere. His receivers are covered, and he's being charged heavily here, so he decides to run with it. And he gets tripped up right there. And he keeps the East from getting a first down.
And we see the players switch sides as we go to the final 12 minutes. And tonight's attendance, 2,407 coming up to the ballpark. A lot of time you see some fans getting, into the last high school football game of the season.
Yeah, this is the last time we're going to see these guys in high school uniforms. Some of them are going to go on to college.
Hopefully we see them on Saturdays, hopefully Sundays in the future.
I'm sure there's going to be a few of them there.
Rose gets a good kick. Ball takes an east bounce. And will be touched at the 18-yard line where the West All-Stars will take over. Been a seesaw battle in the third quarter. Nobody can get a score. We're tied 7-7.
There you see it, 5 first downs for each team. Not a great offensive show, but again, this is an all-star game, and usually the defenses dominate these type of affairs. There you see the fans having a good time, even though it is 7-7. 11:47 left here in the fourth quarter.
In this 7th annual BTC Goodwill Football Classic. And so far, throughout the Goodwill Classic, the East has been dominant all the way through. The West has never won this all-star game. Got penalty markers on the field.
They're going to call a pass interference, it looks like. That's what it... Well, it's going to go against the East, that's for sure. But it looks like a defensive pass interference. Let's see.
And you're right, Mike.
Well, it was obvious. He was all over the receiver, knocked him down. We can see the replay. You'll really see it. No replay, okay. But that's what happened. He didn't really have a chance to catch the ball.
Got pass interference.
It's knocked down.
On the defense, first down.
Automatic first down as he always started at the 33. There's making a play now at quarterback for the West All-Stars. And at quarterback is Kaiser Seamalo of Waipahu.
Yeah, Seamalo, watch him dodge the bullet here. See that? Dodges the player. Then he runs. He is a very good running quarterback. And
he's not your ordinary quarterback at 6. Listed here at 6 feet, 230 pounds. Got a lot of beef under that.
Yeah, you better believe it, yeah. Well, another play, run up the gut. Not much gain. There you see it. The line's dominating in this game.
So it'll be third down and 3 for the West. At their own 40 in the fourth quarter. Handoff given to Jacob Ordenstein. Ordenstein making room. Gets to over the 45 to about the 47.
But he kind of catch the East flat-footed here. Ordenstein's got that speed, and he comes out to the outside. And that's what got the first down for him. He only needed 3 yards, but that's the guy you give the ball to for situations like that, Dominic.
Give good credit to Colin Santos, the wideout, who made the block for the run on Jacob Ordenstein. We got a timeout called by the West All-Star. That clock almost ran out on them on the play clock. Call a timeout. It's been a remarkable season. Story St. Louis taking another Prep Bowl championship, beating Y&I 2 weeks ago. Other stories, Sean Whitty-Allen and Craig Stutzman making it a verbal commitment to the University of Hawaii, saying they will go to university. And for Whitty-Allen, having a remarkable grade point average in high school, could have gone Ivy League, but chose to stay in the islands.
Yeah, it's saying something about the UH. I think something about the UH coaching staff. There's something, apparently, when they're talking to these guys, it's something very, very positive that's coming out of it, and you're seeing them.
Also, you see right there, the gentleman in your screen, Cal Leeds, the head coach of St. Louis Crusaders, the all-time winningest coach here, surpassing Larry Ginozo of Y&I to get that title of all-time winningest coach. And for Cal, still going as the head coach for the Crusaders.
He's becoming an institution.
Back to live action. The pass is complete to Colin Santos. Making a play for the West, for the East. Making a stop, Fabian Manu Maliuna. Another big name of that Crusader defense during the regular season.
Yeah, he is. Santos makes a little hook in pattern. You can't see it here, but he hooks in. And it passes right there. Not enough for the first down, but
Seumalo and Colin Santos, both teammates from the Waipahu Marauders, connecting on that play. Here's the ball given to Cameron Watson. Tries to run to the outside until he's brought down by Brett Radcliffe at the 45-yard line. Gain of about a couple of yards.
Yeah, nothing going there. The East really had that covered. Very good speed by their linemen to get over there and not let this play develop into anything big, because this guy here can motor if he gets in the open. There you see number 55 for the East getting there very, very quickly. Brett Radcliffe again from Pac-5.
That play will be called back. Penalty markers on the field against the West.
I got clipping on the offense. Still second down.
And boy, does the penalties continue on, even in an all-star game. Ball taken back to the 38 of the West. Here's a give to Ordenstein. Manu Maliuna on the play, also making it was Solo Monanu from the McKinley Tigers.
Oh, I like his hair. Look at that. The West is trying to run the ball here. They don't want to pass it. Apparently, let's see what they do on this. It's third down and 20.
Well, for one thing, with the West All-Stars having a ton of great running backs on this year's squad, you got Jose Zarate as we take a look at this play. Like I was talking about, Jose Zarate, and you got other running backs like Jacob Ordenstein on the team. And you got John West, Cameron Watson. Why not use your running backs?
Well, because no one's done anything so far in the game. There, they made the stop for the West, or the East, I'm sorry, is number 92. Teloi Lolotai from Kahuku.
Keli'i Kipi will boot it away one more time. Ball taken by Tim Welch Ornelas. Also got penalty markers on the field.
Well, let's see what's going on here. A block below the knees.
Clipping on the kicking team. First down.
Surely hurts the West there on a hit below the waist, and the ball we spotted at the 45. Sean Whitty Allen, the quarterback for the East All-Stars, in now. He'll fire away, gets the pass complete, and going down the field and still on his feet until he goes out of bounds, but making a remarkable catch there for the East team, Dave Abbott of Kalaheo.
Yeah, all of a sudden the momentum has changed right over to the East after that penalty. Here you see Whitney. Now he makes the pass that he's known to make. Not that hard. Allen makes the catch. He's got open ground. And you see number 2 for the West pushing him out. That's Marcus Adera from Campbell.
Abbott really burnt Seneca Oshiro, the defender, on that play. Now the ball taken by the East, Kaiwa Kaita. And he'll get close to the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 16. And it'll be second down.
Student body right. Trying to come around. Get as many yards as he can as the clock's ticking down here. This could be the deciding score if they do score for the East.
See what they can get. And they're at the 16-yard line. And you got penalty markers on the play.
Looks like White Susini for the
Got a dead ball fall, encroachment on the defense.
West jumped over offside.
Jumped a bit too quick. And it'll be 2nd and 1. That penalty not close in getting the first down, as the ball will be spotted at the West 11-yard line. East team driving here now. Got a timeout call, and the East will take a timeout, but a big play by Dave Abbott getting the ball to the 20 on a reception by quarterback Sean Whitty Allen. Another combo there, both from Kalaheo.
Well, you knew in this type of game, eventually there's going to be some play that was going to happen somewhere to put one of these teams in position to score, and that was it. There you see Wendell Look instructing his offense on what to do.
And with 7-7 your score, 6:03 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back. We'll take this timeout after this. Welcome back to Aloha Stadium. 6:03 left in this ball game. Dominic Rodero, Mike Nelson here in the BTC Goodwill Classic. 7-7 score, the handoff. Ball will be taken to the 10.
Yeah, it was right up the gut by Alcefo Talia from Farrington. Just a few yards. It just seems like they want to punch in as close as they can. You can't score a touchdown running, maybe kick a field goal. That's probably what it's going to come down to in this game.
Will they get the first down? It's 1st and goal at the 9. East All-Stars marching down and going to have a false start here now. As
I got a dead ball false start on the offense.
the offense jumping. Actually, one of the players pulling way too quick on the play.
Well, it's not going to help the East cause. This is it. I mean, they either score here or this game will probably end up in a 7-7 tie unless a big play occurs.
Well, this game, this BTC Classic actually ended in a tie in 95. The East and West tying the 17-all score. And last season, the East taking over 35, it's really shutting out the West, 35-0. So the West team has never won this BTC Classic. The closest they got to was that 1995 tie. We have some time here at Aloha Stadium. Coming up is the Jeep Aloha Bowl on Christmas Day. Two teams that's going to come down from the Pac-10 and the Big Ten, Washington and Michigan State, and a couple of local boys from the Hawaii going to make their final college game of the season here. One of them is St. Louis's, a former St. Louis player.
Yeah, that ought to be a great game. Michigan State got off to a great start and kind of faltered later on. And, of course, Washington just did well, very well in the Pac-10 this year. That'll be a great game.
Olin Kreutz, a former St. Louis player under Cal Lee, is going to come back to the islands and play his final 1997 game. There's a pass by Whitney Allen, gets a short pass to Stutzman. Stutzman's fighting his way, trying to get back inside the 10 for his team. And he's brought down.
Yeah, Whitney Allen going to his left and then throwing to his right. Go to your big playmaker, Craig Stutzman. Let's watch it again. Whitney Allen's very good at this because he's a big guy too. He's tall. He can throw the ball through the defender. Getting it close. When the ball given to Wichita Ho of Roosevelt.
And it'll be 3rd down. We'll take a look at this play one more time.
Nowhere to run. No holes open up. And he's brought down immediately.
3rd down at 3rd and goal at the 7. See if the East team can get a touchdown and try to muscle in. It's a handoff given to Yosefa Talia. He'll try to muscle his way, gets into about the 4-yard line. It'll be 4th down. And we see here Neil Rose will come in to hold for Nicholas Schreiner. Schreiner, first team ILH kicker this season. Rose with the hole. The kick goes through and it splits the uprights. 22-yard field goal for Nicholas Schreiner puts the East team up in the lead for the first time tonight. And it's a 10-7 ball game with the East in the lead.
There's the kick. Can't really see it from there, but it's good, I guarantee it. There it is. Yep, it's good by a few inches. Now, I knew it was going to come down to that, Dominic. I mean, you know, keep punching it and then don't get it in. Last play, kick a field goal. But the West has 3 minutes and 4 seconds to do something.
Nicholas Schreiner, a reliable kicker for Don Botello throughout his high school career.
She liked it. She thought that was a good kick. She wants to be a kicker.
Must be a Nicholas Schreiner fan.
Yeah.
3:04 left there in the fourth quarter. Schreiner, a line drive, and it's picked up. It's going to be picked up, it looks like, by Fabian Manu Maliuna.
Now, that was a bizarre play.
It was a line drive kick by Schreiner, and this hits one of the upmen, and Fabian Manu Maliuna is there to pick it up. It goes off of the hands of the West, Desmond Caressa. And the ball now spotted at the 44-yard line with 3 minutes left in the game. Neil Rose back to play for the East. And if they can get a score, they probably could wrap up this ball game.
Or just run out the clock.
Here's the pitch to Kaita. We get nowhere there. That's making a stop for the West. Kainoa Evangelista from the Y9 Sea Riders.
Well, we've seen him many a time. I'll tell you, this guy's big and fast.
Listed at 6'2", 285. We'll take a look at this play one more time.
Just played right off his defender to make the play.
Loss of 2 on that play. 2nd and 12, and we got another false start on the offense for the East team.
Got a dead ball start.
Boy, you get something good on the line drive kick. You get a fumble, and everything goes bad for your team. You get a loss, and now a false start penalty. It's 2nd and 17. You're back inside your own territory at the 49, and time ticking away slowly as we get under 2:10 to play.
Well, they have to get at least one first down. And the West might get the ball if they don't.
Iosefa Talia gets the ball. Gets a gain of about 5 yards. And it looks like Talia's down on the ground.
And look, he's brought down by Greg Kashiba, 6-footer, 220-pounder from Pearl City. I don't know. He just came down very, very hard on that play. Maybe it knocked the breath out of him, maybe not. I don't know, but he's still down.
Most times you hate to see this happening in an all-star game, but it does. Injuries do happen. With a minute 49 left, the East up 10-7 on the West All-Stars. Dominic Radura, Mike Nelson here calling the second half. And at this time, we'd like to, if we have some time, thank Dave Goles and the Jumbotron crew for a remarkable football season.
They do a great job. They really do.
And lastly, thank the support from the stadium staff. We'll get back to that in a little bit. We'll take a timeout. We'll be in a minute 49. Come back after this. And welcome back to the stadium as see Iosefa Talia walking off the field.
Limping just a little bit. Doesn't look like it may be anything too serious, but you can be guaranteed he will not be back in this ball game.
I don't want to see those kind of injuries, especially some of these players maybe playing on Saturday and Sunday in the future. See the time ticking away. 1:33 left in the ball game. A give and a stop made by West White Sasene, and they also make a quick timeout. Stop the clock at 1:21.
Yeah, it's 4th and 12, so they've got one timeout left, so they got to stop the West here and get the ball back quickly.
They'll get the ball back in here as the East is going to have to boot it away on a punt. James Millwood, the head coach of the Mililani Trojans, getting some quick instructions with the special teams.
Yes, that's really his hair.
Punt made by Neil Rose. Here's a catch made by Jose Sarate as he makes a fair catch at the 19-yard line, and West team's going to have to make quick work here as 1:13 left in this ball game.
They've got a long way to go. A long way, and the only thing they're going to do is, of course, throw the ball. With no timeouts left.
Kaiser Siamalu scrambling, tries to go for the first down. Should be close to it and gets also out of bounds. Smart heads up play by Kaiser Siamalu. Couldn't find a receiver open. Ran down the field.
Yeah, but he got the first down. He got out of bounds at the same time. Here you see him scrambling. He can't find anybody to throw to. He knows at this point in time he's going to have to run with the ball, so that's what he does. He's running towards the sidelines to stop the clock. He's brought down by number 21 for the East. It's Ethan Kawamai from Iolani.
Simala fires, gets his receiver. It's caught. Picked up by Kavika Chun from the Damien Monarchs. Making a play for the East is Terry Bryan of Kalahale.
Well, he didn't get out of bounds when he caught the ball. Clock's still running. A great play from Bryant to keep him in bounds.
43 seconds left in the ball game, and the timeout will be called by the West. We got one timeout remaining with 39 seconds to play with. Stadium Stars' final football broadcast of the 97 season, along with Dominic Radura and Mike Nelson. We won't see you folks till the soccer season in about a couple of months, but this will be coming before the soccer season starts. The Rolling Stones coming up Friday and Saturday. Those are your ticket prices. So either you come down to the stadium or make your phone call to the stadium and get your tickets. Should be a good one to start off the week of before the Pro Bowl.
Oh, I'm sure the Rolling Stones. That's going to be a good one. You know that.
Here's a pass. It's complete. Gets over close to the 50. Making the catch for the West. Mark Asadera. Completed pass. And Asadera in the first half got that 37-yard touchdown play. And 32 seconds left for a hurry-up offense by the West as time starts ticking. And spiking the ball is Kaiser Seamalu to stop the clock. And we got some kind of ruckus there at midfield.
Hey, what's going on here? We don't need this right now. Let's have cooler heads prevail. That was a great pass down the middle. Getting the West, perhaps they can get down and do something in
Illegal
27
substitution
seconds.
on the defense.
Costly penalty by the East, but it's going to benefit the West All-Stars. It's 1st and 5, the ball at the 45. And like I've mentioned, Mark Asadera getting the catch in the first half with a 37-yard score. We might see another one here, as here's a pass and it's overthrown and wide out of bounds. Intended receiver that time was Matthew Asinson of Nanakuli.
Of course, the East is back in a pass prevent defense. West trying to get a pass completed somewhere deep so he can do something. That ball was a little overthrown. Good coverage by the East.
2nd and 5. 20 seconds left on the clock. Kaiser Seamalu once again going shotgun. Trips to the far side. Got a lot of time. Fires away and tries to throw in traffic, and it's picked off by the East. The intended receiver for the West, again, was Matthew Simpson. And making the interception for the East All-Stars, and a big play, Albert Mika of Farrington.
Yeah, you knew something was going to happen. They're going to keep passing the ball, and of course the East is back there. Double coverage, whatever. Very, very tough for the West.
Mika making a play, as we'll take a look at this replay.
Yeah, all the time in the world, because they're all back there defending on the pass. See how many white jerseys? About 4 of them.
Just gave his head coach, Skipper Diaz, a smile there, making the interception. And we want to congratulate him for reaching the century mark in victories, reaching this year with 100 victories.
Yeah, it's a great milestone for him.
And that will do it. The East All-Stars get another victory. 10-7 your final. As the East gets the victory, and Nicholas Schreiner putting away the ball game with a 22-yard field goal to end it. And that will do it for both the East and the West. Everyone playing their final senior game.
And it turned out to be pretty exciting. Especially in the fourth quarter, we had some decent plays that we might not have seen perhaps in the first half.
So that will do it here from Aloha Stadium for this 1997 BTC Goodwill Football Classic. For Blaine Cowley, Al Morikami, Mike Bradshaw, and our director Jim Kamara, and my partner Mike Nelson. I'm Dominic Reduria. Final score 10-7. The East winning it here in 97. You folks have a good night.
See ya.
The BTC Goodwill Football Classic is just what it sounds like. It's a Goodwill Classic. These guys, the coaches, the families, everybody involved, this is a tremendous organizational effort. And if it wasn't for the players, the fans, and everybody involved, it wouldn't be possible. So continue to support this because this is a good thing. It gives the opportunity for these players to play not only in front of their family and friends, but also in front of scouts to hopefully continue their careers in college and some of these guys someday in the NFL. So this is a terrific opportunity. I'd like to thank Herbert Kawapua Sr., who is the president of the Hawaii Building and Construction Trade Council. Let's give Herbert a hand. And another special guest is the Superintendent of Education, Dr. Herman Aizawa is going to say a few words. Dr. Herman Aizawa, give him a hand.
We want to thank all of you for coming out and supporting this program, but again, the most important individual who has led for the last several years this effort to help our students continue their education, to continue to do well in athletics is Mr. Herb Kawapua from Building Trade Council. Again, Herb, thank you for all that you do. How about another big hand for Herb here? Our chance to provide these opportunities for our students are only made possible because of people who are, for example, in the Building Trade Council, you as parents, community supporters, and of course our athletes who have put on a great show. How about a big hand for the game tonight, for the East players and the West players? The Department of Education wants to thank all of you for coming out and sharing this opportunity with us. We want to thank, of course, both leagues, the public school leagues and the private school leagues, for participating with us and making sure that we have one big ohana in this state of Hawaii, and that's all of us working together for the betterment of our students. Aloha and thank you again.
Thank you very much, Doctor. This has been a terrific season in high school football. Cal Lee has won his 12th consecutive Prep Bowl. Skipper Diaz won his 100th victory at Farrington High School. Got some great programs coming on the Leeward Coast and a bunch of great all-stars. A lot of guys here you're going to see at the University of Hawaii, as well as a bunch of mainland colleges. These are the best players in the state of Hawaii, and they put on a terrific show this evening. One more time, a round of applause. The next guest is a guy that many of you have seen on television, on ESPN. He's the world heavyweight kickboxing champ, undisputed, and he fights out of Hawaii, Hawaii's own heavyweight kickboxing champ, Dennis Alexio.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here tonight, and we appreciate everybody supporting these guys out here. This is some great talent out here, like Rich said. This is the finest athletes that Hawaii's got in the football field. These guys have all worked very hard through the whole year, and now it's come to an end now, and they'll carry on their careers in other aspects. A lot of them will still go on and play football. But it's important for everybody here to acknowledge what they've done and the hard work they've put in, and they really rely on your support. And it's so essential that you guys continue to support these guys in their athletic endeavors and other things of that nature. It's because of you that these guys excel, and vice versa. So we really appreciate that. It's a great cause here, and we need to keep this real strong and hopefully get a lot more media attention to this event. It's an excellent event, and these guys deserve all that. These are young athletes. These are tomorrow's champions right here, and we should take our hats off to them. They've done a hell of a job. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Dennis. Also, let's have a nice applause for the Kamehameha varsity cheerleaders led by Kelly Chun and Lehua Gerbach. All right, it's time for the most valuable players. The most valuable offensive player from the West team. From Campbell High School, Rodney Tavui. Number 9, quarterback Rodney Tavui. Come on up. Get your trophy. Great job. Turn around. Now time for the most valuable defensive player. From Lelehua High School, Lavali Sape, number 55. He's on the wrong side, but that's okay. He's showing his goodwill by sitting with the guys from the other jerseys. Now the most valuable offensive player from the East. From St. Louis High School, number 18, Chad Satterfield. The most valuable defensive player from Iolani, linebacker Matt Wright, number 44. And of course, the winner of the BTC Goodwill Football Classic, the East, led by Coach Don Botello. Coach Botello, want to say a few words?
I'm a man of a few words. I'd like to say thanks for the Building Trades Council for making this game happen. Thank you for you fans for supporting us. And thanks for these gentlemen, these young gentlemen here who really gave us an entertainment and a heck of a ball game. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And also a round of applause for Coach Darren Hernandez in the West squad. And let's have Coach Hernandez come up and accept the trophy for the East. West. Coach Hernandez, I know you want to say a few words. A man of many words, large words.
I just want to congratulate the East. They did a fantastic job. And the West, because I'm proud of all of them because they played really hard. They practiced hard. And again, this is what high school football should be about. Goodwill, although we got a little bit excited there, a little in the game. But as you can see, we're all friends again. And that's what it's all about, goodwill.
We're going to ask all the coaches from the East to come up now. The whole coaching staff from the East. All right, we'd like to thank you one more time and make sure you come out for next year's BTC Goodwill Classic. One more round of applause for the players and everybody involved. Aloha and mahalo.